You are with Wade, and this is Wade World. I told you about consistency, and then I disappeared. Gotcha. Anyway, what we're going to talk about today is something very, very interesting, and that is why we always chase opportunities at the wrong time, especially when it comes to opportunities where the main motivation is financial or greed. So this is what happens, right? In this world, this is always going to happen until you learn your lesson. If you're one of the people who learns the lessons, there are three kinds of people. One, you learn your lesson and be successful. Other, you will not learn your lesson and you'll be bitter and give up. Third, you will not learn your lesson and literally become actively hateful or a hater of the thing you failed at. And whatever your reasons, whatever your justifications, the main issue is very, very simple. You are not trying to find an opportunity, the market doesn't hate you, um, and everybody's not out to get you. The number one most common advice that you would have gotten the first time you failed is also just an inbuilt human evolutionary trait. Can't really blame yourself for that, and that is to value something that is already valuable. Why is this an inbuilt evolutionary trait? Because in times past, when there was not this concept of investment money, your number one value was person. So a valuable person, you immediately felt like giving them value because they had to earn that value, and that value would help you, help the people around them, help all the society. So that was beneficial. Now the thing is, technology has progressed so fast, but we have not. So what we do is we value opportunity the same way as people, which is absolutely wrong. But this is what I'm getting at. So let's suppose if you're into the stock market, right? The stock market has been doing nothing exciting for like 3 years, and you're like, oh man, nobody makes any money on stocks. I don't really care. And then bam, it just goes up, shoots up, and now some people that they've made a bunch of money, and you're like, oh damn, bro, like I didn't think about this. Yeah, like look at, for example, look at like a tech stock, right? Wow, a fruit, let's say the fruit phone stock, right? It's like the fruit phone stock. Wow, it's so high, and I should definitely jump on it now because if it went from here to here, it's gonna go from here to like there. That's human nature. It's not your fault. It's human, literally nature to assume that. Because, again, as leaders, if you are successful and you get more people valuing your success, that definitely translates to an even bigger impact, which keeps growing. But again, people are not stocks and investments. So the mistake that you make is very human and it's emotional, which is like valuing something that has become valuable and then jumping onto it. With people, with a successful person, you would jump on with your emotions and your hard work and your support. But with investments, you are gonna jump on and gamble with your money, which you need to feed yourself, clothe yourself, protect yourself, and put a roof over your head. And then inevitably what will happen is you're going to buy when it's very high, it's going to crash, you're going to lose all of your money. And depending on which one of the one, two, or three categories you're in, your life is going to go forward. If you're in the first category, it'll take you 1 to 2 cycles to understand that again, this is a cycle. Nobody wants to buy and invest when things are boring or things are down, you know, because they're like, oh, if it goes down, it's gonna keep going down. Because again, in human society, if someone was failing and that that failure would amplify, they would fail all the way down. So whenever you are told like you should buy now because nothing is happening, you'll be like, why should I buy now? Nothing is happening and everything is down. It's probably going to go down forever. It's going to go down till infinity. So again, human psychology. When it goes up, you think it's never going to stop going up. When it goes down, you think it's never going to stop going down. So most people will not buy when things are not doing anything or they're down, which is the time to buy, the time to invest. You know, the person who's successful that you look at and you want to invest in his success, he has a close group of people who are also successful. You know why? Because they invested in that person when no one else was investing in him, right? So they got the most benefit, and then you are, down there somewhere. Same way in investments. When nobody's investing in it, when nothing is happening, when they're down, and if these are good investments, like whatever is stable and low risk or whatever, then when the markets go up and it is a cycle, you will make money. But when the markets are already up, is not the time to get in. I know it's hard, it's emotional. You really want to get in, you feel like you're missing out. You're gonna lose money because that is the harvest season. So think of the market as like these cycles that you're sowing these crops, and once every couple of years the harvest comes. And the difference is that this harvest makes you like very, very wealthy if you're smart about it. So if you're smart, you go through one or two cycles and you realize, you know what, I should buy when nothing is happening. I should be consistent. I shouldn't think about highs and lows. I should just start getting in there, building up my stack of whatever. And then when it goes up, it reaches a point where that would be life-changing money for you. Sell it. Don't just sit there like a frog again and just keep hoping that it's gonna keep going up, because again, it's not. It's just gonna keep going down. And again, even if you're in the first group, you're just gonna have to wait for another cycle, another couple of years before you become successful. If you're in the other two categories, you're just going to be hating, while everybody in the first category is becoming more successful than you, which will exacerbate the hate that you have for them. So again, like, this is going to be very simple. It boils down to something very simple. It's human psychology. You're not at fault. You're just fighting yourself. But that's the thing. Modern investment finance, it's abnormal. It's unnatural, right? It's unnatural. It's not natural. So you're fighting natural instincts, and your reason and willpower has to overcome your emotions. If you can do that, you will be successful. If you cannot do that, you're not. You can extrapolate this to a lot of different things, but today we're just going to talk about this because I thought I'd do something interesting for you guys. And that's it. Until next time, keep it cool, keep it classy, and enjoy.